Are you a non-Jamaican and Jamaica has been calling you and you want to answer to that call and move to this gorgeous, amazing, magnificent island that we call Jamaica, where you can enjoy this white sandy beaches, the lush mountain peaks, and explore the culture and the inhabitants of the island in its glory, and being part of this country by investing in its economical development? Well, if that's your scenario, this is a perfect video for you, because we're going to be exploring some of the ways in which you can make that ambition a reality and how you can make answering that call a possibility for you.
Jam Fam family, the Jam Fam family, yeah. Jam Fam, come hang with me.
Hello, Wagwan. Big up yourself, whether you're there yard or you're there abroad. Welcome back to another episode of Life with the Jam Fams. In this video, we're going to be exploring what it is like as a non-Jamaican without Jamaican heritage or ties, wanting to move to Jamaica, and what are some of the ways in which you can make that ambition or dream a reality for you. The first thing to focus on is how are you going to be able to meet the immigrational requirements in order to move to Jamaica. Now, there are several ways in which you can move to Jamaica as a non-Jamaican. And one of the first ways is if you meet the highly skilled work shortage that Jamaica has, then you are able to apply for a work permit that will give you the permission to be able to live in Jamaica for 3 years or more. And so it is worth investigating whether or not that's a field in which you would want to come here, where you're coming to Jamaica under the grounds of employment. Now, as mentioned, it needs to be one of those highly skilled areas of work that tends to be a shortage in Jamaica. The second option is to come to Jamaica by going down the route of residency by investment. And to do so, you would need to apply for an economic residency visa. And in order to get this, you will need to be able to invest in a government-approved program of investment and would require at least 500,000 USD to be able to get onto that program. Now, the third option that you could take up is to apply for a permanent residency as a retired person. This visa option is for foreign nationals who are retired and would want to live their retirement period in Jamaica. Now, there are other options that you could explore. One of those is that you could come to Jamaica and visit for a 6 months period and be one of those people who come here for 6 months at a time. Countries like UK, USA, and Canada are able to enter Jamaica for a 6 months period at a time on their visa as a visitor, and that could be an option that you take up. Other options of moving to Jamaica is by becoming a student, or by being married to a Jamaican national, or being a dependent of a foreign national who has permanent residency in Jamaica. Explore to see which of these would best work for you. The second thing you might want to look at is where to live to ensure your safety. Now, safety is relative from person to person and from place to place. However, majority of Jamaica where you would live, you will experience a sense of safety. And so it's thinking about where is it that you would want to live in the country. And it's about exploring the country and what the different parts of it offers. There are 14 different parishes in Jamaica, many of which have several towns and communities that you can choose from, whether you want to live in rural Jamaica, you want to live in suburban Jamaica, you want to live in urban Jamaica. It's up to you. Or if you want to live in the corporate area. If you're one of those people who want to live in one of the major cities, such as Kingston and its surroundings, or Montego Bay and its surroundings, or you want to live in areas that are frequented by tourists, and then you would need to decide on what it is that's your top criteria for determining where you would want to live. There are lots of different offerings in each of the parishes that are here. Thirdly, you want to focus on your lifestyle that you want to afford yourself for moving to Jamaica, and the social network that you want to build out, how you'll be able to do that, and where you would be best placed to do that. Are you the type of person who like a vibrant nightlife, or are you the type of person who wants to be able to sit back, relax, and just enjoy the nature that's available to you? Then you need to explore where in the country that will provide you with the necessary things that you need in order to live these types of lifestyle and keep you in a network that you are able to feel like you're thriving and excelling whilst you're living here in Jamaica. You might also want to think about your earning and or money. And so that's the fourth thing. So if you're coming to Jamaica and you're coming here as an employed person, then clearly you would be going down the route of coming here on a work permit. And so you would have already addressed one of your means of earning. It might be that you want to come to Jamaica and you want to come here to invest in business. And so you might be one of those people who want to come on the path of as an economic residence, and you want to come here to do that. And so you already set up how you're going to be earning. If you're coming here as a person who is coming on a permanent residence as a retired foreign national, then you will need to demonstrate the monies that you're going to be getting each month, and also identify a way in which you're going to be able to get that money to you. So what's going to be your best alternative? Because many of the banks here will charge you a significant fee to bring money into the country. So you're going to need to explore some of the other means of getting money to yourself here in Jamaica, so that you're able to pay limited amount of fees and maximize the amount of money that you get here on your currency arbitrage to be able to help you to live the life that you're living. Many people who have moved back to Jamaica from abroad have highlighted the fact that though things might seem expensive on the island, or might be expensive on the island, they still find it to be a better way and more efficient cost of living than that which they experience in other countries that they're moving from, especially those people who do not need to be paying for accommodation, because most of their money can be used to service some of their other needs, like their utility bills, and pay for some of the grocery shopping and other consumable that they need to purchase. It is also worth noting that some of these people also make little homesteads and gardens for themselves, for which they grow some of the things that minimize their need to buying them in the first place. If you're a foreign national who is looking to move to Jamaica, I would suggest that you come here on a 3 to 6 months visit, where you're staying in an Airbnb or anything that is a non-tourist accommodation and non-all-inclusive accommodation, because what this will do is give you the opportunity to see how the locals live and to interact with people and see the exchanges that happens outside of the tourist corridor. And then that will enable you to make a decision as to how safe you feel, how good it is for you to do business and to have exchange or interactions with the different organizations that's here, and then be able to make a more informed decision as to whether or not this is something you want for yourself. One of our subscribers the other day came to Jamaica and spent a few weeks here just so that they can get a feel of what Jamaica is like. The reason they did that was because they are looking to Jamaica as a place that they can come in the winter months from the country that they're currently living in, and that experience have given them a more informed decision opportunity, because now they can decide that based on what they've experienced, this is something that they would want to do. So now they're going to be looking at, this subscriber is looking at extending the period of time that they're going to be here in the next time that they come to visit. This video was inspired by one of the non-Jamaican or foreign national who watches our channel frequently and who is fascinated by the idea of living in Jamaica and have visited here on previous occasion, and is looking at the opportunity to move here and want to get into some of the knowledge of the ins and outs of being able to do so. If you are also aspiring to do the same, then it would be worth you looking at exploring the different avenues that have been mentioned here. So the PICA website is the place that you can get a lot of this information from, and it's pica.gov.jm. I will pin it in the video as well as in the description so that you have it as a point of reference to go to and look at these different options for coming to Jamaica. Making the choice as to which place in Jamaica you want to live can be very difficult. And so my suggestion is come and have a visit, move from place to place so that you can get to see what each of these different parishes have to offer. And then you can decide on where it is that you would want to stay for a period of time before moving off to elsewhere. Many people tend to come and stay in Kingston or stay in Ocho Rios or Negril or Montego Bay. But there are lots of other towns and cities across the country that you could go to and have a fulfilling experience, and hence why exploring would be a good starting point for you. Whatever you decide, all the best on your journey. Do tell us in the comments below if you are a foreign national who have the aspiration and the ambition to move to Jamaica. Have any of these different categories spark an interest for you to use as your means of doing so? How do you think that you would be able to contribute to the development and the building of the society in which you choose to live when you move to Jamaica? Hopefully this information on how you can, as an expat, move to Jamaica was beneficial and helpful to you. And hopefully we've answered the question that subscriber was seeking to get answered. Please make sure that you use the PICA site if you want to get more information. And please let us know in the comment below Jamaica is an awesome place to be and to live, and you can curate a lot of different lifestyles here. And so it's a pleasure being able to share some of the ways in which you, as a non-Jamaican or as a foreign national, is able to take that plunge of making that decision to move to Jamaica and curate for you and your family the lifestyle that you want to live. Many people in the diaspora are seeking to either return to their home country or migrate to other parts of the world where they can soak up other cultures and experiences. However, it can be a daunting task to be able to move from one place to the next, especially when it feels as though you're starting over. To support you with this, we have produced a manual, which is a workbook guide to support you in your move. And it is called Your Guide to Relocation, which means you can relocate to wherever you want, and it supports you as you are formulating your plan all the way up to your execution, as well as getting yourself settled wherever you've relocated to. We're also mindful of the number of people who are on work permits or other forms of immigration status, as well as those who are undocumented, and they're also seeking to move back to their home country. As such, we have created a manual, which is a workbook guide to support you in your plans to move back to your home country. And this book is called Your Guide to Repatriation. Both of these books can be accessed with the QR code that is provided next to them for you to be able to purchase a copy to get your plans started. And we wish you all the best in your journey to executing your relocation or your repatriation. Eliona, what you doing?
I'm making dinner.
What's for dinner?
Patty.
Is that what they are? And what's the other name that you gave it?
The Mexican name is empanada.
So you're
They're
making
basically the same thing,
you're making empanadas.
but I'm making.
Did I say it right?
Yeah, but I'm making it more like a patty.
Okay. So you've done a twist on the two things to make what you're making? Okay. So what are some of the things that you do to make it?
You have to season. I seasoned chopped chicken breast, and I cooked it with some. I stir fried it with some mixed vegetable and my sauce, and then I made the dough. I don't remember the measurements. I just poured some random something in there. I was experimenting with the recipe.
Okay. Because it's the first you're making this?
Well, the first on my own, and that was a while ago that we made that.
Well, empanadas?
No, patty.
Okay. Because I was like, I've never made it.
Empanada.
Yeah, so we made patties before, but yes, you're right. That was ages ago that we did. Okay, so oven's all prepped. You okay to put it in, or do you want help with that?
Underneath it.
You okay to put it in? Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what the end result look like and what it tastes like. So what did you put on top of it?
An egg wash.
Okay. And the finished product. Now let's see what it tastes like. You weren't going for a flaky dough, were you?
No.
The dough is fine. The only thing I would do is the filling. I believe needed to be a little bit moist. It's not dry, no, but I would have wanted it to be a little bit more succulent for the filling. Otherwise, it's fine.
Okay. Can you guess what kind of chicken it is?
This brown stew, stir fry, salmon.
Curry.
You put curry and brown in on it. Okay.
It's curry chicken. And it doesn't look like it, but it tastes like it.
Have you tasted it yet?
I tasted the chicken, and
Have you tasted the whole thing since you
not as one.
Okay. Do you want to taste it and tell me what you think it tastes like?
It tastes good.
It does. Tastes nice. And the filling isn't dry, it's moist, but I would have wanted it to be a little bit moister, if that makes sense.
I like the crust.
I like it too. So, and you did it all by yourself with no assist.
And the recipe.
So that's good. Awesome sauce. I'm going to go eat mine.
Enjoy.
Thank you. We were supposed to do something, go out and do an activity, but it's been raining. So hence, we're indoors. And Eliona is giving me the opportunity to indulge in one of her recipe. And giving me a kitchen break. So thanks.
You're welcome. The Jam family. Yeah, living the good life. We're royal, cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good life. Jam family, the Jam family, yeah. Jam fam, come hang with me. The Jam family. We're living the good life. We're royal, cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good life. Jam family, the Jam family, yeah. Jam fam, come hang with me.
Bye for now. Thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.